Blessed night, you guys. I just wanted to come and give you some encouraging words. Don't beat yourself up about smoking. Now, that doesn't mean stay under the influence, because God says keep a sober mind. But it means pray and try to walk in your word, and God will deliver you. I used to smoke trees heavy, 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 heavy. And I had stopped for a while. Like when I got pregnant with my youngest son, I was sick. Sick my whole pregnancy from beginning to end. I used to throw up. Used to just be driving down the road, open the door, try to keep going, because that's how bad I used to throw up. And so I was smoking then, but when I realized it wasn't helping me, ease my stomach, because y'all know that broccoli can help with nausea. They give it to the cancer patients and everything, but it wasn't. But I also was praying to God to get me to stop smoking, you know what I'm saying? It was a terrible experience. Anyways, I stopped, and God has done an abundance of things through me, y'all. Like I got testimonies for days. When I say I have testimonies for days, like you would think I'm making this stuff up, but that's why nobody can tell me about God, because God has moved through me supernaturally so many times. So y'all, and in the natural, things have manifested that couldn't have been nobody but God. God has, you know what I'm saying? That's why when people be like, how you know God? Because of what he's done in me. It's nothing that I read. It's nothing that somebody coached me. It's nothing that somebody told me. It's what he's physically done. That's how I know, but anyways, stop smoking. I backslided, to say the least, because I wanted to have a little fun, get to know me, you know what I'm saying? And still wasn't smoking then, and then I decided, I need to come back to God. God has always called me, because I guess he knew who I was going to be. Ain't no guess, I know he knew who I was going to be before I knew. And so it was like, hey, you have free will, so if you chose to go down this road, it might be harder, but I'm gonna still be with you. You still gonna get the things that I need you to receive, you know what I'm saying? It probably could have been an easier lifestyle had you know what I'm saying, but maybe not, because everybody knows that following God is a life of persecution. So maybe how things happen had to happen this way, because maybe I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't be able to give y'all so many jewels. I wouldn't be able to give y'all so many experiences had I not went down this path with God this way, right? But anyways, stop smoking. And then when I got back with God, I went through a serious case of spiritual warfare, y'all. When I tell you the enemy was attacking me all the time, I couldn't close my eyes. Getting bopped upside the head. Physical, mental, everything, insomnia, the yin yang. I was taking like 3 Tylenol PMs. I'm pretty sure at one point I started to overdose, take those pills, because they weren't working. And I'm pulling reckless shifts, doubles on top of doubles on top of doubles. I have private clients. I'm not getting any sleep, and when I do get sleep, I crash out, and it was always something bad that happened. Like at the time, it's hard to find bus drivers now, so it was really hard to get bus drivers to come out to where I was living at, you know what I'm saying? So I've been crashed, went to sleep, and they've been called me like, hey, we ain't got no bus, you need to come pick up your son. I don't get a call, but I got my sister and my mom's on emergency contacts. So for a little while, a few times they went and got them for me, but they started to get annoyed, right? And I just started to go through depression, because I'm like, I'm trying so hard, Lord. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting kicked out of yin yang, and I'm expressing this to those who understand, you know what I'm saying? But the enemy's sowing discord, They understood for a little while, but even then they started to be like, come on now, you can do better. And y'all, I'm trying my hardest. I'm really doing the best I can, but I am getting, the spirit is tearing me up. The warfare was so heavy. Like, I didn't want to be here at one point. So eventually somebody close to me like, girl, hit this. And I'm like, I really don't want to. I came so far. It's always been a thing with me. God has always, put in my spirit to be sober on everything. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't eat unclean. Like, this has always been my goal, to get the best system for him to reside in. You know what I'm saying? When you come in this house, I wanted you to be like, ooh, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? I want a clean temple for the Lord, and it's always been one of those things. But I was in such a depressive state, bro, because it seemed like I was never getting any sleep. I was starting to feel like a zombie, because the enemy was attacking me so heavy, because he didn't want me to be who I'm going to be. And so I started back smoking, and all this was so heavy on me, and it was so hard for the people closest to me who also was going through bearing their own cross with God, because God has me surrounded with like 3 or 4 people who are like they also have some gifts, you know what I'm saying, with God, and I can come to them about certain things that are unclear to me. You know what I'm saying? God says surround yourself around people that he also gave gifts, so iron sharpens iron, right? But so eventually, they would get annoyed with me, because, they still was on their devil's lettuce, and every time I'm around them, I'm like, oh, I need to stop. I'm just boo. I'm just the party pooper, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, let me tell you how I stopped smoking this time for good. And it was nothing but the Holy Spirit. I remember one day watching a podcast, And this dude was talking about, why he smoked. I got in some, all the things that he was naming, I too had. Like, that's the only reason I had ever started back smoking. And it was so important to me to not be. I started to feel like God can't use you when you smoke. Like, how you gonna elevate? Because remind you, like I said, a few years back when I first stopped following me, it's already done supernatural things to me, right? And I'm chasing that. He has done so far more since then. Like, you can't put a cap on God. But back then, that was the best thing I had to compare righteousness to. Like, you need to get back to that guy, Kiwana, where you could pray to God. He would tell you instantly what it was, and boom, it happened. Like, I want to be click tight with God like that again. Like, I need that. Like, the things that he did through me, I was chasing that, not even realizing that was just scratching the surface. But yeah, so I am going through it. I'm going through depression. I don't want to be here. I'm smoking. I don't want to be smoking. It was just terrible, right? So of course, when I start back smoking to help myself sleep, I immediately start sleeping. And I'm well aware this ain't nothing but the enemy, because I just gave him a foot in the door now. Of course he's gonna let me sleep, because now he got this one up on me. Of course, you know what I'm saying? So it was very hard for me while I'm smoking. I'm getting rest now, but I know I'm only getting rest because the enemy's here now. He's got his foot in the door. Now I can make her sleepy, real sleepy. Now she can't read her Bible like that. Now when she's missing, he's still tearing me down. I'm just getting rest now. But like I said, I see this podcast and about this guy. He's going through all the things that I was going through, and I just bust out crying, y'all. I'm just like, God, you ain't gonna use me. I'm stifling myself. You ain't gonna be able to use me because I'm smoking. Clear as day. Clear as day. He said, Kiwana, who told you that? I looked around. I said, you're right, God. I'm putting words in your mouth. You never said that to me. And I start crying even harder. Because it was just, y'all don't understand. I was just feeling so much guilt. Like I'm giving God my second fruits. Like I'm keeping the first fruits for myself, and I'm robbing him. I'm robbing him of greatness, of how great I can be in his kingdom. And so it was just so hard for me. But he said, you worry about the inside, and I'll worry about the outside. So I started reading my Bible even more and applying it to my life even more, y'all. And I just began to despise smoking. I despised it, y'all. Like, I didn't go through the hunger pains that you get when you try to stop. Sometimes it get real bad. Like, people want to try to stop understand, like, sometimes it be hard. Like, I don't want to go through the aches, because if you smoke enough marijuana, it will do that to you. I didn't go through any of that, y'all, because I just trusted God. I read his word and I walked in his purpose, and every day I tried to be who I read in that Bible. If I read somebody that he was fond of, I tried to be like that. God, give me this like that person. Remember, I was telling you that, like, give me, you know what I'm saying? And I worked towards it, and then I just stopped smoking. It wasn't hard for me. So I need y'all to know, don't beat yourself up and feel like God can't use you because you're battling something. God can't use you because you smoke. God can use you because you drink a little bit. God can use anybody.